Welcome back to Killer Media Reviews. We are here once again. I'm Tim.
And I'm Nick.
Today is a good day.
Good night.
It's a good night. Tell us why.
We watched Terrifier 3 over the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good night.
It was a bloody night.
You can say.
Yeah, a little bit. What a movie. I'll tell you that. What a movie.
What a movie.
It was worth the wait. But you'll see our review later. It may surprise you.
Well, let's get right into it.
Yeah.
We'll try not to actually do spoilers for the first part of the review. We'll just kind of do like a quick review, not really talk about spoilers, and then we'll just kind of be like, after this point, this is spoilers. We'll really go into detail with a lot of the stuff. Everything will just be general.
Yeah. So we'll start, no spoilers, and we'll let you know. Spoilers, click off, come back. We'll let you know.
Yeah.
And if we mess up, oh well. Too bad.
Should have watched the movie now.
Too bad. So, as always, I think we'll start with some characters.
Yeah. Returning character, Sienna Shaw. Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? Jonathan Shaw, again, who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Who would have guessed?
Well, we could talk about at least where Sienna is.
Yeah, so it's 5 years later, and she's basically just kind of dealing with the trauma that she went through with Art. And we kind of see her kind of progress through the movie. That's where she's at.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan, he's a big boy now.
Yeah. Literally.
He's in college.
He's quite tall.
5 years can go.
Yeah.
He's in college.
He's quite tall.
Yeah.
He's in college. He's living his life, trying to move on. That's basically him.
I think he's doing better than Sienna.
100%.
For sure.
She's got some stuff. But Jonathan's trying to move on. He's trying to live his life.
Yeah.
Learn his college.
I don't think he knows as much as Sienna does.
No. I don't.
New characters.
Yeah, she's living with her aunt and uncle.
Yeah. I like them, actually. I thought they were pretty well-rounded.
Yeah,
I mean, both of them had differing opinions.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk about the acting in this movie?
I thought it was great.
Compared to the others? Major difference.
I don't think... Yeah, even the minor characters.
It was good all around.
Yeah.
Again, obviously the production value is so great. It felt like a real movie, not an indie film. It felt like a big budget movie.
Yeah.
And it was still a small, rather small budget.
Yeah.
So they did a good job there with all their characters.
They did.
Then we have her cousin, Gabby.
Yeah.
She's like a little brat kid who doesn't she's kind of sneaky.
She is. She's very curious to what happened to Sienna.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we'll go into detail with that in depth after the spoiler reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, what I think they did that character well.
It's that age. You're Snoopy.
I think because with this film, you're gonna expect new characters each film because you're gonna be like, okay, well, the main characters, most of them, they're pretty much gonna survive.
Right.
The next characters, we're always gonna get a new set of characters.
Mm-hmm. And
in this one, some bad things do happen.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's a target.
Yeah.
Everybody. No spoilers. As shown in the trailer, Vicky, she's back. Messing stuff up.
Yeah.
She's kind of there. Again, they didn't show you too much in the trailer, so I'm not going to say exactly what she does. Yeah. Because I don't, just in case. I'm trying to be nice. I can't remember the trailers, so.
Yeah, and two other minor characters, Mia and Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Cole
podcast
is
people.
Well, no. Cole's not the podcast.
He's just the boyfriend
of
the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mia's a heavy
Mia,
podcaster. She's us.
She's I think a little bit more psycho. We'll detail. She has her own podcast. It's about true crime, murders, and stuff like that. So she definitely takes a liking, not liking,
a
fascination with Jonathan.
Right, because he lived through Art the Clown, and that's a pretty big deal. Even 5 years later.
Yeah.
So. Then I have two people on here.
Who'd you add?
Well, sorry, one extra person, Santa. Santa's kind of cool. I won't say anything else because, it's a mall Santa, but anything other than that, I'll leave it at that. We'll get into it. It's pretty funny. There are a few cameos. I don't know if you picked up on the one. I don't know the guy's name, but I've seen him on movie posters.
Yeah.
Two of them I picked up 3 of them actually.
I talk about the guy in the bar.
Yeah, the ice cream.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
He made a cameo.
I do not know his name, but he's
a minor spoiler.
He's in a lot of things.
Yeah, I think he's the Smog Strangler in Seinfeld. He's the ice cream man in the Ice Cream Man. Other than that, I don't know what else he's in. But he's a horror, I guess, alumni. He's in a lot of those movies.
I think he might be in.
He's in.
I'm not gonna waste time trying to think about it, but yeah, he like if you know his face, you'll probably recognize him.
Yeah, I recognize him right away. And then Chris Jericho is in this movie. I think isn't he a wrestler? Is that who he is?
I knew that the
or is he a
name was
football guy?
familiar.
I forgot. I'm gonna sound stupid for that. Yeah, this guy, the ice cream man.
Yeah.
That guy.
Don't know if you could actually say well. Don't know if the camera picked that up really well.
I don't know. We can't see the other side of the camera, but
because those are all the characters besides obviously
he's a
the
wrestler.
Man of the Hour.
Sorry, he's a wrestler. Yeah, then we have Art. We almost forgot.
The Man of the Hour. No, I did not forget.
Santa Art. Santa Claus Art. He's great.
He outdoes himself.
Again.
One of the songs that plays, I guess it's literally his own theme song for this movie, where the lyrics literally say that he's trying to outdo himself.
Mm-hmm. And boy, does he. Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
It's a wild ride. We've had, last episode, you heard us. They had the cases of 11 people walking out. We didn't. We survived. But I can see, if you're not a typical horror gore fan, then yes, I can see how that makes sense. It makes sense to me.
It does.
It was a very funny movie.
Yeah.
It was, very funny. Because Art, his expressions.
And again, we said it past episode when we reviewed Terrifier 1 and 2. David Howard Thornton does a really good job expressing himself without saying a word.
Oh, it's all in the face.
Yeah. His
face muscles are just built for this.
Yeah.
He's the silent but the loudest killer out there.
I mean, I'll probably mention again, but it's at the end of the movie, the very end. His facial expressions was pretty creepy.
Oh yeah,
he does a really good job. You're like, at this point, I was actually like, what is he actually going to do this time? Because given the circumstances, we'll get into that. But I was really blown away. His whole performance. He really is most of the movie. Besides, other than Terrifier 1, I mean, Terrifier 2 and 3, we have Sienna as the main character, and she does a really good job.
Oh, her acting was 10 times better than the second movie, and that was even good.
Yeah.
But she's now a solidified badass final girl. She's up there with Laurie Strode. She outdid herself in this one with her acting skills.
Yeah.
Very believable. She does this thing with a tear that drops every now and then. She'll have that one scene where she just drops a tear, and it's it just works. It was the scene in the mall.
Okay. I think I know. Is the one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When a certain theme song played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's basically it. Non-spoilery. It's typical Art doing his thing.
There's one character that's very, very brief.
Uh-huh.
Can we spoil? I don't think we want to spoil that until the end.
A lot of people know. We know. But will a lot of people know?
Well, it's in flashback. So.
Oh, that. I'm thinking of a different character.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's talked about. We get more information on the dead.
But with no movie trailer, he's probably not shown. So
yeah, but you find more about that story. We'll say that. We won't go into specifics, but they give you a little bit more backstory on it.
Yeah, not very much, but
yeah,
to be honest,
it's a little cookie they gave us. It's a little chomp. Yeah, I mean the kills in this are absolutely insane. I feel like every single kill got their moment. There wasn't. Yeah, there's a few that are quick, but most of them in this one are set pieces. There's not that. There is the one, but there's not that's the one they put all their money in. They really focused on all of them. I feel like.
I feel like the shower scene was
a few stand out.
Trying to be the one.
Oh yeah, I think that's what most people are gonna say. But every kill in this movie had like their specific moment to shine.
Mhm.
Like they really went for it.
I'm probably going to disagree a little bit with you.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
No. Don't get me wrong. I
With
really
what?
do like. No. In general, I liked all the killings.
Mhm.
Not a psycho, but I do want more story.
There is. You got to dig for it.
We'll see. We'll see. But yeah,
You got to dig down yourself to find it.
the story out of all three so far, this one is my favorite because there is more of a story than two. There's a little bit more
Really?
in depth.
I think there's less.
There's less.
Less story. Less explicitly shown story.
I think there's a lot going on in Terrifier 3 versus 2. In Terrifier 2, I'd say the main plot was Sienna getting tormented by Art, and then them doing a showdown.
You got the sword.
In this, I feel like there was more nuance with Sienna and how she's dealing with her trauma and how it's affecting her and her living with her family.
It progresses her story, but not the overall story.
Yeah. Which I would have liked to see more of.
You gotta dig for it. I'll enlighten you.
So you say.
Let me enlighten you. Anyway, yeah, I think that rounds up non-spoilery everything in the gist. You know,
the gist of the we didn't really go through the story. The gist of the story was Sienna's coming home from a mental hospital, as one does with dealing with very traumatic experiences.
She's in and out like constantly.
Yeah. But in this, it's 5 years later after most of that, and she's living with her aunt and uncle and her cousin. Jonathan is obviously off in college, and that's pretty much the majority of where everything takes place.
Yeah, it's pretty small.
On a side note, we do actually see Art and Vicky do side stuff on their own and go through all that, which I thought was nice.
Yeah, they have their own little spot.
And then at the end, obviously, there's a showdown, and boy, was that a showdown!
Oh yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
And there's a pretty big cliffhanger too.
Another big cliffhanger,
pretty big, bigger than the last.
Still more unanswered questions.
A lot more.
Yeah,
maybe answered.
You keep saying.
If you have an open mind.
Are you trying to say my mind's not open?
It's closed.
No.
Open.
You open your third eye.
I got 4 of them. Where's the rest of yours?
Why would you insult yourself like that?
Hey, wisdom. In books,
I actually never understood that insult. What's up, 4 eyes?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I'll be 6 eyes. I'll put those on. I can't. It's got the mic on it.
Yeah, we messed up the little mic, but it's working.
We got one.
We got it.
It's good enough. We got mono audio. Yeah, cliffhanger. There will be a 4th, and it'll be one heck of a ride. Or should I say one hell of a ride?
So yeah, after this is where all the spoilers that we're going to be doing. So like...
Yeah, spoilers ahead. Woo, 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 woo.
I mean, you can skip after all this and see the overall review of the whole thing, because we're not going to do the overall review right now, because we usually like to not tell each other.
Yeah, skip 45 minutes, give or take. However long the video is.
I'll try to add.
Yeah, we'll put one of those little things up.
It's a timestamp.
Yeah,
you have to like go through the whole thing. Like
we'll put a timestamp in the description that says skip to here, or in the comment section, whatever. Yeah. We'll put it there. Just for those people who haven't seen the movie and want to see what we give the review. Skip to the end. Then come back once you see it.
Because this will be the more in-depth part.
Yeah, we're going to talk about everything. Theories, like in-depth, everything.
Yeah.
Starting now.
No.
Now. All
right.
So should we start with characters again?
Jonathan's dead.
What a way to start. He's not dead. He's dead.
Yeah, I'll agree.
He's dead.
We'll get into detail with that. I just thought it would be funny.
Yeah, we'll go back to that. He's a little bit dead. Get my little notes out. My whole note section is just filled with my theory. What should we start with? The obvious, like the kills?
Yeah, we can go with those.
All right. Opening kill,
Opening scene.
the beginning controversy. To be honest, I didn't think the beginning was so controversial. I thought another scene a little further in was more controversial than this scene. To be honest with you,
I think I know which one.
I was like, oh, they did that in light of everything that's happening in the world. Anyway, yeah, the opening scene, Art being little Santa Claus. He's this is after he met Santa because that's when he gets the suit.
They pretty much skip ahead,
Yeah,
like just to show, like they wanted to right off the bat.
Yeah,
dissuade anybody who's queasy to not even continue watching the film.
Mm-hmm. The director Damien, he actually said in an interview, because of Art's kind of funny antics in the last one, he wanted people to remember right off the bat who he is and why he's like scary.
Yeah.
So it went for a more serious kind of, killerish vibe, not as funny.
It did give me the vibes of like a regular like he didn't really do anything like funny.
Right. It was
other than
he did a little
dipping the cookie.
Yeah. He cleaned the dishes.
Yeah, that too. That's really the only funny, but I mean that's expected.
Yeah. He's mean in this one. He's very mean. He's just a mean-spirited guy.
Yeah.
But it makes you like him even more.
I think he was in the spirit.
Oh,
he did like Santa. He really wanted a picture.
Santa.
I think he wanted a picture with Santa.
I think he wanted a picture.
He couldn't verbally say it.
No. He wants to be Santa, which is why he steals Santa's outfit.
Well, do you think if the bartender wasn't being rude to Art, you think he would have spared Santa's life?
Maybe, but I don't know because that really set him.
Well,
off.
he did. He peed on. He peed on Santa.
He did piss on Santa.
They would have had an inverse reaction like that.
Yeah.
No matter what. Yeah. So.
But then again, he's so excited to see Santa. He totally ignored two possible victims of those girls leaving the bar. He was like, true. Get out of my way. I don't want to kill you right now. Santa's there. So he was really blindsided by Santa. Why? Well, we don't know.
Yeah. And I guess another controversial thing that I've heard that people keep saying that Damien was misogynistic and that he only shows like women being killed, which I don't really think.
A lot of men died in this one.
I think so.
Yeah.
But I think it was more
That's a typical horror movie
I think
trope anyway.
It was more of them saying that most of like the elongated killing scenes
they're all women.
Was more towards women and Art targets women, and they were trying to say that. But I felt like that trope with the women in the horror movie being the final girl or being the victim was always the hero. Was always part of like the horror trope.
Yeah,
not to say that we can't have the opposite of that either.
Yeah,
but like I just don't.
It's always a girl.
I don't think it was a problem.
No, it's just coincidental. Yeah, because of the implications, people are going to think that.
So you keep saying the implications.
Yeah. Back to more in depth on the characters. Art. I guess we were already talking about Art, but he's the same old Art. He's mean, extra mean.
I think he's extra meaner. I think he has a little bit of vendetta.
Yeah, he got his head cut off, so he's trying to find him.
Vicky, I think, is his voice because he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
Any exposition I think that maybe Art would probably like to say, Vicky says. Mm-hmm. Not everything. She has her own personality.
Yeah.
But I'd say any lore that we get is from her because Art obviously can't tell us why he's doing what he does.
And they do tell us kind of. They're confirmed demons from hell. Like
I don't think Art's a demon.
They're not. No, they're not. Art's not a demon. Yeah. He's being powered by one, basically. Like Vicky's the demon.
Demon powers over 9,000.
The Pale Girl and Vicky, they're confirmed demons who are giving Art his power to live and to be so strong.
Yeah, back to the first movie when he's, I guess 2.
Yeah, well, in the very first one, Terrifier, he's a regular serial killer. He's a human. He's not demonic. He's not possessed. He's just a human. At the end of that, I guess, at the end of that one, when he died in the coroner's office, when the lights flicker, that's him getting possessed. That's why he comes back to life. Yeah. And I'll get into what I think later. But that's basically
he did major research.
I did some research. Shout out to all the theories that I've read. I forget their names, but it's not my theory.
As long as you say that, that's
fine. I compiled like 5 different videos that all say different things, along with some of my own stuff. But most of it's building every other person's. So shout out to them. you know who you are if you recognize what I'm saying. And a lot of it, I think, is explicitly explained.
Should I guess we'll do a couple other more?
Yeah, we'll do a
kills?
few of the prominent.
The shower scene.
Yeah, that's probably the scene.
Cole and Mia are in the shower in the
Mhm.
dorms, and Art. Well, that's, actually, Mia was so fascinated. She kept saying she wanted to feel what it was like
Yeah.
to be in the presence of Art, and
Yeah.
Art overheard that.
Because I think they think he's dead. They don't know he's alive.
Yeah, they don't.
So she's like, "Oh,
Everybody
Art."
thinks he's dead.
Yeah. So as keep going. I won't cut you off. Keep going.
All good.
All good. All right, I'll keep going.
No. So, yeah, Mia was, well, I guess, and she probably doesn't actually want to meet him, but she got, in a way, what she wanted, because Art kills both of Mia, and he really didn't like Cole. He put a chainsaw up his butt, and sawed him in half with the chainsaw.
Yeah, flashback to Terrifier.
And then he flipped him over, pancake style.
Did it again.
And you saw his front.
Yeah.
I don't know how detailed we want to be here, but
you saw everything.
Yeah. Pretty much the opposite of the first movie.
Right. It happened to a woman, now it's happening to a guy. So is he misogynistic? No. Because he did it to both. So, yeah, he gets sawed in half. Not fully, but almost fully. Because he comes back later. He gets kind of crucified on the wall without a head. So yeah, he's just hacking him up. Leatherface style. Worse than him. He's going to town. It's pretty drawn out. It's pretty gory. Limbs are flying everywhere. He picks up his foot, sniffs it, says, ew, throws it away. Missed opportunity to slap him with his own foot. I think that would have been fun. Missed opportunity. I think the other most prominent one is the rat scene.
Oh, yeah. That's gross. The end.
That was pretty gross. That's where I think Howard Thornton almost threw up. That scene.
Oh, he did? No?
It was that scene, yeah. Their aunt. I forgot her name.
The aunt.
Yeah,
I actually don't even know if they say her name.
Maybe they don't. Yeah, it's the aunt. They got this big tube, yay big. It's like a plastic tube.
All right, maybe a little smaller.
Yeah, maybe a little smaller. Enough to fit a medium-sized rat, maybe large.
Yeah,
they were pretty big. So they stuff it in her mouth.
And it doesn't even really fit.
Yeah, it doesn't fit. So he takes a mallet and makes sure it fits. Her jaw's getting cracked open. Her face is all wide. Then Vicky takes like 3 rats, puts them in the tube to go down her throat, and to make sure they go in, they heat the tube up with like a lighter to make sure they go in there. Then you see them stuck in her throat. They're moving around. Then he slits her throat, and then they all come out, and she's dead. And they made Sienna watch that.
Yeah. Good thing they didn't make Gabby watch it.
Yeah. How do you think of this stuff? That's what I
think that was one of the most creative kills.
Oh, 100%.
Which I would actually prefer to see more of that.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the gore and that and stuff, but after a while, it's just gore.
Yeah.
So I feel like they have to
do
more creative.
Yeah. And that was like really creative.
I think that was really my main issue with the movie. I still liked it overall.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much what I would have liked to see more.
More creativeness in the kills, rather than just... I mean, they were pretty creative. You got the guy with the X-Acto knife, cutting open his head, ripping it open, and then unfolding his face on his face.
But that was more like... I wouldn't say as creative. It was just like... It was gory and just violent. And it was neat, but it wasn't like creative or like... I would have never expected
rats.
The tube, then the rats.
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah.
And then, I thought that was type of creativity.
It was pretty out there.
Because I felt like the drawn-out scenes... I mean, I guess I feel like a drawn-out scene, I would say, that was, out of all the kills, disappointing, I would say was the mall. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it was pretty quick and simple, but I did not expect that. You're talking about the bomb.
Yeah.
That blew me away.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. I was like, whoa, they just did that. They had some balls to do that.
Yeah.
That was
killing
wow.
killing
There was
more
like
children.
there was like
It
10,
was-
12 kids there.
I just felt like it was like not his style. Like I guess it was theatrics, but like
Yeah.
he does like drawn out. But like
But
I
then
don't
again,
know.
he wants to kill kids, but you can't really do that in a very gruesome way.
Yeah.
So I guess that's their way of saying we're going to do it, but we're going to do it this way.
Correct.
I mean, it was pretty, it's pretty bad. Like, he's pretending to be Santa. He sits down on the chair. Like, the actual Santa, the mall Santa, is on break. So then he just walks up. He's like, I'm going to be Santa. He's got toys.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, those toys are from the opening scenes Christmas tree. He stole those toys, brought them to the mall. So, like, that scene happened. Then he went to the mall, I think.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't quite, it's not Christmas Eve yet during that scene. So he stole
the
those
opening
presents.
wasn't Christmas Eve. I think it was
No.
like multiple.
It was
days.
a few days because the mom said the elves come to scout out before the actual day. So he steals those presents, bring those to the mall, gives out actual gifts to the kids. They're like, oh, all right, he's being normal. And this poor kid, I think his name was Timmy, actually. The one kid, he's like, oh, I wonder what I got. He opens the box, and it's literally just a bomb that kills everybody. I was like, what the hell? There's like 15 kids here.
Well, that was more shock.
It was shock
factor.
value. Yeah, there was no blood and gore. It was literally just shock value of a bomb killing kids in a mall. So what? What?
Nothing.
Oh, all right.
No, I guess we'll just disagree.
Yeah, it was still wow.
No,
you can't deny it was like it's not one of the best kills in the movie.
I'm gonna say I still enjoyed all of them.
Yeah,
I just out of all of them.
Oh no, I'm not saying that was creative. Like overall, that was one of the lesser boring ones, but it was still like whoa, like you just killed kids with a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I
guess the most boring one, I guess, was the two workers.
The boring one was when the bartender got shot in the head.
Yeah.
The construction worker, the demolition guys.
I don't say boring, just
that were pretty gory.
It was just
that was the X-Acto knife head.
Yeah.
I forgot how the other one died. Did Vicky kill that one?
Vicky,
the other one.
I
forgot how he died. I know Art used the X-Acto knife, but I forgot how the other one died.
Yeah. Should we talk about Vicky in that scene?
Oh my god! Yeah, I don't.
Won't even talk about that.
Oh, freaking weird. She was doing stuff with a shard of glass
while Art was killing somebody.
Yeah, unfolding his face on his head.
She was pleasuring herself
with a shard of glass.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that.
Again, they're demons. They find joy in pain. So,
yeah,
in her case, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And then, another weird thing that happened. No, anyway, I thought the bomb scene was more controversial than the opening of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was more controversial to do than to kill one kid.
A mall, a bomb.
Yeah, that's with a bunch of kids. I was like, they were saying the first 10 minutes were for killing a kid. Kids die in horror movies all the time. The original It, the remake. I mean, all of Stephen King books involve kid deaths. I mean, Stranger Things, Fear Street, all these, like, that's not something new. But showing it on screen, the remains, yes, that's, pretty far. But exploding a bomb in a mall, killing like 12 of them, yeah, that's pretty controversial.
Yeah. I mean, the runtime is only like 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yeah.
A little bit shorter than Terrifier 2.
Which I think was a good thing.
I still would have just liked more story.
More explicit story. Something to easily follow. Like, easily.
Not easily.
Rather than just kill, 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 kill.
I don't mind looking up, but still, everything is still assumed, not exact.
60-40.
50-70.
No.
Dog.
90-10.
2020.
Vision? I don't have that. I don't have that.
I've got 1919.
Yeah. Who else is there to talk about? Santa? Art likes Santa.
He does.
He's freaking out over Santa. He walks past like the window in a bar.
Yeah, I can imagine. Sorry, I can imagine him when he looks through the window from Buddy the Elf. Oh my god, it's Santa!
Yeah. Santa, I know him. He's like super excited. I don't know what his fascination is with Santa. I mean, he's Santa.
I don't know.
He's Santa. Everybody loves Santa. Santa's real. So, he goes in the bar. and he's like trying to, just be happy around him. Santa's playing along. He's like, I'm in the suit. He deserves it. I guess they think he's like special or something.
Yeah.
Like, it's this guy in a clown costume. So they're kind of playing along with him.
They call him Clowny.
Yeah, they call him Clowny. Like, he's being weird. They offer him a drink of whiskey, I think it was, a shot. The ID that he gives them is the guy in the second one in the laundromat. I think he steals his ID. Everybody thought it was the demolition guys, but no, I think it was the guy in the second one.
That makes sense. The guy was bald too.
Yeah, and I think he took his wallet. I think they showed it. I gotta see it again, but I forgot. But I'm pretty sure it was that guy.
Makes sense.
Something.
I wouldn't.
Marcus,
yeah, I feel like they would do that.
something. Because he's been carrying around that bag for forever.
He's probably got a lot of stuff in there.
Yeah, he's got a lot. It's literally a bag. It's Santa's bag. You pull anything out of there.
Exactly.
Then yeah, he drinks the shot, and then he spits it right in Santa's face because he doesn't like it. And then they're all laughing. Santa's getting pissed. Then the bartender guy, he's like, "All right, get out of my bar. Like, get out of here." So
yeah, tries to kick him out.
Yeah, they beat him up a little bit. They push him. Then Art just pulls out a gun and just blasts the bartender in the neck. And then you're like, all right, here we go. We're getting into it. I forget how the ice cream man dies.
He's just shot too, I think.
Yeah.
She's supposed to
shot
except
or
for Santa.
Something with an axe, something like that. A quick one. Then Santa, he ties in a chair. He likes the beard. He wants the beard. So Art's been building this liquid nitrogen kind of contraption. It's like it's like a fire extinguisher, but it shoots liquid nitrogen. So he freezes his limbs, his kneecaps, and his arms, and then he just takes his mallet and just goes to town on him, like shattering this guy, poor Santa's kneecaps and arms. Then he, then he cuts his beard. He freezes his face, and then he's dead. Then he like cuts his beard off, and then he wears it.
I feel like he was still alive a little bit at that.
A little bit. A lot of people in this movie are alive totally when they shouldn't be.
I don't even know. I think I read somewhere. Apparently, I think somehow one of Art's powers, I guess, given from the demons, is he can like keep people alive a little bit longer than usual.
That would make sense because a lot of these people should be dead way before they actually die.
Like going back from Terrifier 2, the bedroom scene.
She would have been dead from the first like 5 cuts.
Yeah,
of
all the pain.
She was literally, or at least unconscious.
She would have at least passed out.
She was literally a skeleton when her mom walked in, and she even spoke. Like, "How are you alive?" But no, that makes sense.
She barely spoke,
but she did. But no, that makes sense. I believe that. But before all that craziness goes down, Art pees on Santa's lap because demons have some weird obsession with peeing on the floor. If you think back to The Exorcist, she pees right on the floor.
That's true.
The pale girl, I think she pooped in the laundromat.
Art poops all over the place and smears it on the wall.
Yeah, so they have a weird fascination. Demons, it's a whole demon thing. So, it makes sense with demons. Going back to the demon theory.
Yeah, going back to your
my theory.
Your whole
my big brain theory. I think that's the characters. I mean, it pretty much ended the story that we said.
Yeah.
But
we didn't go into detail about the end.
Yeah, no. There's a few more things, I think. We got to talk about the dad. I guess Sienna, she's having like the, more visions. Not nightmares, but they're visions.
Yeah.
Like weird schizophrenia visions.
She's got hallucinations seeing her friend Brooke at the dinner table. She freaks out.
Past the salt.
Which was really good acting on that part. Like, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like,
she was Jesus. Like, yeah. At first, they were having a conversation in the family. And then someone just out of the blue said, pass the salt. And no one did anything. I'm like, what is that from? And then you heard it again, and then it showed her.
Pass the oatmeal.
Yeah. Finish your oatmeal. No, that was a good scene, but they never brought it up again. So I was like, they should have done it at least another time. Then she had another episode in the mall where it was playing. I forgot what song was playing, but they did it seamlessly. It was some Christmas song, and all of a sudden, the Clown Cafe started playing.
Yeah.
Like, seamlessly. Like, it fit right into the Christmas song. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, over the loudspeaker. and then she sees this guy in like a plastic Santa mask walk by with a big sack. Clearly,
with the Santa outfit. So
Yeah.
after he killed Santa,
yeah,
and she just knows
Mhm.
that it's
she
it's
knows
Art,
immediately.
and Art sees her,
Yeah.
and looks at her, and does his little hand wave.
Mhm.
So
And then he keeps going.
I love how he didn't even pay attention to her after that. He's like, I'm gonna finish what I'm doing here
Yeah.
first,
You're
and then
not-
I'll get
yeah.
to you.
You're not going anywhere.
He knows
Yeah.
exactly what he has a plan.
Got a plan. He's got a plan. That scene was good. Whoa. Excuse me. Yeah. Then all the bomb happens. Then, yeah, John. She wants to see Jonathan. It's the Christmas time.
Yeah.
That's her like her real family. Only like legit close family she has left. Blood related.
Yeah.
He wants to move on. She's like, no, I'm seeing these things. It's crazy. He's like, forget about it. You're sick. I don't know. Does he believe that she's sick, or does he at first believe that and then actually believes her? Like, because they thought again they killed him.
I think Jonathan does believe that Art is dead because he doesn't have the hallucinations.
Right.
Maybe we don't know.
Right.
This is mostly from Sienna's perspective, but I think he's taking medication.
Yeah,
so he definitely has some panic attacks and anxiety from all that.
Right.
He just might think. I mean, he saw the pale girl take his head, so like.
Yeah, they saw him walk away with it. So
yeah, I don't know. We don't know what's going on in Jonathan's head, but he's just trying to move on. Sienna is not.
Yeah.
Especially
well,
after
she really can't because it's happening again.
Yeah.
And then once the bomb happens, she knows immediately that it's Art. Like 100%.
He was in the mall.
Now.
He was. He...
So she knows for sure that it's him. Her aunt, they think she's going crazy, and uncle, they don't believe her.
Yeah. The aunt actually did want her to stay, and the uncle was actually hesitant. And then the uncle died.
The uncle goes to pick up Jonathan, but gets caught in the crossfire. You don't see it happen; it's off screen, but he never shows back up. So I guess you got to assume because you hear on the phone like a weird demon voice.
Yeah, it was the same voice again.
Yeah,
that was a little bit lame to do the same thing again. But whatever.
All right. So
it's not like a big deal.
So he's dead. But then how did they know he was coming to pick up Jonathan? If Jonathan's not dead.
They just know. I don't know.
But then wouldn't they know where Jonathan was? Anyway, that's a whole theory. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Jonathan is, we're going to flash forward to the end. I think that's pretty much where we are now.
Yeah.
So Sienna's tied up. Her aunt's tied up. Gabby's not
actually before that.
Scott
she has the flashback dream.
Oh, the dad. Yeah, I forgot about the dad.
The dad's in this.
That's a pretty big part.
Yeah.
He's the actor who's in The Lost Boys. I just know that, but I've never seen the movie. He's one of the kid actors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's not much story. You just basically get to see him. He's drawing Blaster Man.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, Blaster Man again. Draw something for me. So then he's like, I will. I just got to finish this. Then he draws the Battle Angel suit with her in it.
For her, yeah.
Yeah, for her. And she goes to do one of these to hand it to her.
Yeah, they both touch it, and he flips out.
Yeah, he's like having
just kind of seizure premonition type stuff. We don't even know.
Yeah, it flashes forward to the second Terrifier movie. Everything that happens,
like
her getting
flashing.
whipped, everything that movie is. So he's seeing the future.
Yeah.
So I think Sienna's like I think it's Sienna's fault her dad died. She has this power that obviously she doesn't know, but she transferred it to her dad somehow. And then that gave him his brain tumor. And then after that, he starts drawing Art the Clown and all those killings of what's to be. And then obviously we saw the page of Sienna holding the demon head.
Yeah.
So, foreshadowing.
Which actually, apparently, somebody was saying that it does sort of look like Art's head. Which
it does.
She did cut off Art's head in the second movie.
But she didn't hold it up like
it's
that.
It's kind of like a distorted looking demon
it's more
face of it sort of looks like, I don't know how much of a resemblance it really does look like Art, but
imagine a typical like drawing of a devil, but mix that with some Art the Clown features.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the way his bone structure right here
Yeah.
definitely,
The nose,
yeah,
the
very
witch nose.
very telling of
Yeah.
demons.
So it's either art or the actual demon that's like possessing him. And then you get to see in like their closet, like his closet, there's a demon building some armor, and then you see the Virgin Mary like got him on a chain, like telling him what to do. So I think they're crafting her actual real armor.
Well, yeah, the monster like looked at Sienna and saw
Yeah.
her,
Yeah,
but then made the demon thing continue to make the armor. So it was like,
right. So I think it was like a demon that the Virgin Mary. I think that's what, or one of the angels. I don't know what to call it, but kind of commanding that demon to make her armor so they can prevail over darkness.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like an orc from Lord of the Rings. You've never watched those movies, so you don't
watch like one of them with you.
Yeah, one of them.
Too long.
No, they're not. They're epics. Anyway, don't worry. We'll review all 3 of those in the near future.
What?
Get them to watch those movies. The extended versions.
That's not horror.
It is for you because it's scary
Yes.
long.
The only horror aspect would be Sauron. Sauron, whatever his name is.
And the Nazguls.
And that's
The big giant dragons.
Can you do that again?
It's pretty good.
All right.
So yeah, then we flash forward to the end. I'm Sienna. You're the ant. I get to live.
Yeah.
We talked about the death scene, that whole rat thing that happens.
Yeah.
Then, like, as that rat scene's happening, the ant's last memory is her thinking Gabby's dead. There's a skull in a bird cage in the center of the table. So she dies thinking they killed her daughter.
Yeah, that is sad.
That is sad. Like, her last thought.
That is messed up.
Yeah. But she's not dead. They lied. And then they reveal it's a skull. Then Art puts it on the table and then puts some glasses on it. And you're like, oh, it's Jonathan. He's dead.
Yeah, it's implied that it's Jonathan, but he was off screen.
Yeah.
There's no body.
Yeah.
And the skull, the only telling thing is glasses.
Right.
Even if it's maybe it's his actual glasses.
Right. It's a pretty small skull.
But we don't know.
Yeah. But everybody knows if you don't see the body, you don't see the kill, it didn't happen.
Yep.
Hicks or it didn't happen. He's not dead. They're just trying to toy with Sienna so she's more vulnerable. Because Vicky's trying to get up all in that to possess her so she can take over Sienna's soul. So evil wins.
Your soul.
Evil dies tonight. Foreshadowing. Slight foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And then Sienna, she gets her hands brutally smashed.
Well, yeah, let's talk. Well, the reason why she gets her hand smashed is because Gabby we didn't even actually talk about Sienna going back to the Terrifier. She tells Jonathan that she's going to go back to the Terrifier to unbury.
To find the sword,
to get the sword. Well, she knows where it is. She buried it. To dig it up and get the sword, and she brings it back home in a wrapped box, a Christmas box.
Mm-hmm.
And Gabby sees it, and she questions it, but Sienna is obviously not going to tell her.
Yeah, she said, "Don't open it."
And we learn that one of the things that Gabby does is open presents and then rewrap them, but not really well.
Yeah, pretty.
And they use that because they're in the living room, and then Gabby gets the idea and she says that Sienna never even got to open her birthday or her Christmas present.
Right.
And then Vicky, which was funny, she's like, "That's not fair."
Yeah.
And just goes along with it.
Fair. Yeah. Obviously, they don't know what's in it. We do.
So yeah,
Gabby knows.
Gabby tells them which present it is, and at this point, then Vicky picks up the present and was like, "You wrapped this?"
It's pretty.
And
shit.
it was like, yeah, we know that she she looked in it, and I was like, I thought that was a really clever way. The whole ending, I really liked that whole
it was scene. Nice. Then they made her open the gift. That was nice.
They made Sienna open
I was
the
like,
gift.
"Oh, you're."
And before that, smashes her hands.
Yeah, they're gonna make her work for it.
Yeah,
She's struggling. Literally, like her hands are falling off the bone.
I don't
even know how she. Mallet? Yeah, that mallet.
Jeez,
he was like literally smacking.
He's definitely some superhuman type.
Yeah,
because like I don't know,
they were falling off the bone. Like they were hanging.
Like it looked similar to like when he froze the Santa with the liquid
Yeah.
nitrogen.
Yeah.
Like he just
And that wasn't even liquid nitrogen.
no.
That was flat out raw
Yeah.
fingers. She's
So
struggling to open it. I
yeah.
don't even know how she did.
The
but then
anticipate. Well, she's powering through the anticipation, and then she grabs the sword inside the box. Well, we don't see it. Nobody
Right.
sees it, and she says, "Best Christmas present."
Mhm.
And then she grabs the sword, and her hands are healed because the sword will heal all of her
the sword.
wounds.
The dad said the sword will never hurt you.
Yeah.
Those words came out of his mouth. So the sword has powers. I guess when she's holding it, she can't die or she can't hurt herself with the sword. That's why, again, one of my theory real quick. That's why in the second one, when she got stabbed, it didn't do anything because she can't get hurt by the sword. Continue.
Yeah. So then she goes off and stabs Vicky
Mhm.
and then beheads her.
Mhm.
And she's turning into mush. So, like, you kind of, I guess she is dead.
Right.
And then Art and her have a nice little fight.
Mhm.
Chainsaw versus sword.
Yeah.
Gabby gets a good hit on Art.
Mhm.
Then Art is pinned to the wall with the sword. But not until Vicky's boiling body turns
Yeah.
into a pit.
Mhm.
And Gabby falls in a little bit. And she's hanging on to right below the ledge.
Mhm.
And Sienna has a choice of either, I guess, stopping Art for the just then, right then and there,
Right.
or to save Gabby. And of course, she's gonna try to save Gabby.
Yeah, but she doesn't.
But she doesn't. I mean, Gabby falls.
She gets dragged to hell.
Yeah.
Throwback. We see hell in this movie. At least we see hell in this movie.
Yeah.
She falls.
So wait. So in the fourth one, we don't see hell. I'm gonna rate the movie
Yeah.
really bad because we don't get to see hell.
1 out of 5 because there's no hell. She's
So,
not dead though. I don't. She's obviously not
she
dead.
falls. I don't think she's dead.
She's just gonna be trashed.
She takes the sword with her, so the sword falls with her.
Mhm.
Because the way Sienna was holding it, she took the blade end,
Mhm.
so the blade cut her.
Yeah.
But then it just heals her.
Yeah.
So
she was like, "What?"
it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Then Art flees away to a bus stop.
And guess who's picking him up? Phil Falcone.
Our buddy Phil Falcone.
Who, once again, you heard it in the interview. He proved he likes rom-coms and Frankenstein and the classics. It's true.
I feel like that's the first thing he tells somebody when
Yeah.
he meets them.
He's like, I don't normally do these type of movies, so I don't know why I'm here. But yeah, because he told us. I'm sure he said it in another interview. He said it in the
and
movie.
other ones and other ones. I feel like the reason why they put that in and why he said that is because I feel like anybody he talks to on set,
Mhm.
he's told that story.
Probably.
So I guess everybody on set was like, "We'll just put this in the movie."
Yeah, because it's so weird that he's working on these movies when he doesn't like them or he doesn't work with them.
Yeah, but I think it's grown on him. He's
100%. He's
enjoyed-
in the long haul now.
Yeah.
So he's in the thick of it, and he's doing a hell of a job.
Yeah.
They all are. Then across from Art, there's a girl reading a book, The Ninth Circle.
Yep.
Imagine that says The Ninth Circle.
Throwback to the very first movie, very short film that Art was in.
Yeah.
Different actor, but it is directed by Damien and screenwriting.
Mm-hmm.
But
it
was not David Howard Thornton.
No, and it was like face paint. Very low. It was like a $5,000 production.
Mm-hmm.
But throwback to that, so that'll play a big part in the fourth one.
Mm-hmm.
You had a good theory. They're going to go through all 9 circles of hell to get to the bottom.
Yeah, I didn't dig into it, but I was like, it makes sense in terms of what I was told about the 9 circles.
Yeah.
Dante's Inferno, I was told by my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But there's different tiers, and lower, the worse it gets.
9 is the last one.
Yeah.
Literally where Satan resides.
And I'm sure maybe the fourth one, maybe Santa's got to go through all the circles.
That'd be interesting. It's a lot to do in an hour and whatever, in 2 hours. But I'm sure he can pull it off. You skip some.
Maybe that's why he's debating whether to do the fifth movie.
Right.
Maybe part 1 and part 2.
Maybe. Or you do a little montage fight scene through some of the circles.
I don't know. I feel like they're hyping it up. I feel like they can't do a montage.
Yeah, you got to show everything.
I feel like the different levels definitely have to represent. I'm pretty sure they represent
They
different
do, yeah.
types of like anguish and something like that.
I
like,
don't know about
I
that.
feel like in order to get to Gabby, she's got to go through all types of different
Right.
terrible stuff.
Right.
Which I'm here for.
Oh, we're all here for it. Fourth, maybe last film. Could be a fifth, but probably fourth. Just fourth. That's the goal.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much the movie.
Yeah.
I think that's most of everything
Yeah.
that we covered.
Well, we didn't even really say. He pretty much stares at the girl reading the book.
Yeah, and he goes, with his
Yeah.
little horn.
And this is the part, like, his
Yeah.
facial expression.
I forgot
He
what
looked
even
beaten
did.
down, though, a little bit.
Oh, he's definitely human now.
Yeah,
He lost his power.
Yeah, pretty sure he lost his power. That's why he's like,
Yeah.
he fleed. He's like, all right, I gotta like maybe
Yeah. My
I gotta
vessel, yeah.
rethink
I gotta rethink.
and replan
My
and
vessel's
see how
gone.
I'm supposed to go.
Yeah.
And he looked a little bit beaten down, but once he saw the girl reading the ninth circle,
Yeah.
I think it triggered him.
Yeah. He's like,
He
I know
stares
that
at her.
place. Yeah.
Wide-eyed, not even smiling.
Right.
And then he smiles real wide and then honks his horn.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the end.
Yeah.
No after credits.
Cut to black, no after credits. We don't need them. This is not a Marvel movie.
Last movie had it. We actually, I mean,
we didn't even know it had it.
I'm actually still surprised by the second movie that we actually didn't even see the after credits.
Yeah. And it wasn't even an after credits. It was like in the middle of it, right?
Yeah, it wasn't like
I
towards
guess,
like the like those general rolling credits. It wasn't after that.
I guess I turned it off like right as it was about to go on.
Maybe.
I had no idea. And I found it a day later on YouTube. I'm like, wait, there's something here? It's pretty big. Credits.
Yeah, when I rewatched it and that part, I was like, I don't remember seeing this.
Yeah, we missed the whole big part.
That was it was a big part because
yeah,
we see the rebirth of art.
Yo, check it. We'll edit that
out. Chat, edit that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say something, but I lost the train of thought.
I'll say it.
No, I lost the train. The choo-choo train.
Call the train back.
Has crashed.
The conductor wants to come back.
Bill Falcone.
Yeah, he's the bus driver. Anyway.
I'm the bus driver.
You think you're the king? I'm the king. Shout out to Nick Hay 30. Cringe fest. You got any theories before I go on a 30-minute theory rant? We gotta give our rating first.
Yeah, we'll do the rating. All right.
We'll do the rating.
Say it at the same time again?
Yeah.
All right. 5.
3.
I like to do 5.
All right.
Reminds me of my car.
5. 4. 3. 2. 1. 9.
Whoa! Ding, ding, ding.
Best set of the franchise so far.
Well, throughout our review, you probably were like, is he gonna go lower? Because I was saying some bad thing. I was saying some bad things. Not
enough to kill the movie though.
No, it wasn't. I like to say that again. I'll say like I enjoyed everything, but it's just something I would have liked to see more of.
Yeah. So
like personally, it didn't really hinder my overall enjoyment of the film.
Yeah.
It was just things that I personally would have liked to see.
Nothing can be perfect.
Yeah.
Well, some things will get a 10 out of 10, but most of the time, not. That's a rarity.
What's not even horror movie? What's your movie that you think is a 10 out of 10?
I don't want to spoil anything for an upcoming video.
Oh,
but I'm just gonna the Back to the Future, the whole franchise. 1 and 2 are 10s. 3 is maybe like an 8.5.
What were you gonna spoil?
The Halloween ranking.
Oh,
if I give the score, they're gonna know what number 1 is.
Oh,
we all know what number 1 is.
Okay.
But Halloween's a 10 out of 10. Spoiler alert.
Oh, the first one.
Subtle foreshadowing.
The first one,
right? Maybe it's Rob Zombies. They're both called Halloween. So is 2018. Find out and see. Yeah. 9 out of 10. Best out of the 3.
Yeah.
It's more to explain why I think this one's the best. It was very hard because 2 was so good, but I can find myself rewatching this one more than 2. It has more rewatchability than 2.
Yeah. 2 was when they actually started to have a whole story and backstory and lore
Mhm.
towards art and kind of hint at something more. Third one expanded even more of that.
Mhm.
First one was more basic in its story. Like there are little aspects of like what Sienna's going through, but we don't actually understand it.
Mhm.
I mean, we know that she's grieving from her father, even though I forget how long it was since the beginning of the Terrifier 2 movie
Mhm.
when he dies. But like you don't really understand it too much. But since Terrifier 2, she goes through all of that with art, and in this one we actually understand and care way more about her character
Yeah.
now, and we see what she's going through, and I think that makes it even better.
Yeah. More depth to all the characters.
Hmm?
Depth, not death.
Yeah.
Some depth.
Yeah, lots of deaths.
Some depth, but more depth to the main character.
So yeah, both of us nine for 9 circles.
9 out of 10.
9 circles.
Oh, hell.
Well, is the 9th circle the last?
Yeah.
Or is there one big circle that's 10?
No, it's just 9.
Okay.
Yeah. From
All
what,
right,
from
all right,
what
genius.
I've heard.
All right, genius.
From what I've heard. From various sources. Google.
Who are your sources?
Google.
Google.
Google's
Wikipedia is my source.
Ask.com
No.
is my source. Okay. You got any theories before I
I mean, we kind of like
go off? I kind of splurred mine in there a little bit.
He has the major big theories.
I have the whole storyline of the whole franchise.
He might have stuff to back it up. He might not. I don't have anything to back mine up. It's just kind of something cool that I thought would be like.
Is this the thing you told me?
Yeah.
I disagree. But go on.
I thought it would be really weird and cool because you told me that fourth one's supposed to get wacky.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Crazy theory. It would be weird if now that Gabby is in hell, I guess, with the sword, that she's actually now the person who's going to be battling.
Right. So the prophecy was her, not Sienna.
I don't know about that, but like,
or did it change?
I don't know. Maybe there's multiple angels. I don't know.
There could be.
But I thought it'd be cool because she doesn't have the Sienna doesn't have the sword anymore. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it fell with her. Yeah.
Yeah. So how is she gonna get into hell? How is she even gonna do that?
She's gonna find that woman reading that book, and she's gonna find whoever wrote the book.
Oh, okay.
Because they know about it. She's gonna get answers, just like every other horror movie. You know, The Ring. We have
Leonard Hofstadter.
What?
Leonard Hofstadter.
Yeah, yeah. They always
character.
go to the person who knows everything. That's what's gonna happen. She's gonna find out.
Yeah, I guess.
Book.
Going back to in Scream.
Yeah.
What's his name? I'm drawing a blank. Who knows? Randy. He knows everything there is to know about horror. So listen to him, and you'll survive.
Yeah. She's gonna seek out the author of that book, I think, and then she's gonna search demonology up, find that book, find the author. Hey, how do I get to hell? Because they wrote the book, you know, and that's how it's gonna go. Mark my words.
See, I just thought it'd be pretty cool that it's actually Gabby.
It can make sense because she has the sword. Why not use it? Let's turn her into a new final.
Make it crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought you said it was gonna be. He said it was gonna be wacky.
Yeah, I'm sure that in a way he meant the setting.
Yeah,
it's gonna be in hell. You know, it's gonna get. You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts. It's gonna get a little bit crazy.
Just like Cole.
Yeah,
he got nuts. He got no nuts.
Yeah, he got nuts. He got.
I guess we kind of both said that Jonathan. We both think he's still alive.
He's not dead. Unless he is, then I have another theory that goes into play. That he's basically either going to be the new vessel to power art. That would be a cool dynamic there. That Sienna has to kill Jonathan.
Oh,
how cool would that be?
Or
he's dead and he's like aiding her as in the afterworld. Like he died by them, so he's gonna go to hell.
Okay.
And then he'll try to help her on the way, or he's not dead. You know, one of those three things I think could happen.
Yeah. And I kind of felt like maybe the opposite. Maybe, Sienna's dad passed down whatever thing he has with Sienna, not vice versa.
Maybe, could be,
because I don't know when he started to draw Art the Clown. I don't know if it was after that transition when they touched the paper.
They didn't really say that.
They didn't really explicitly say a timeline.
But he did seem somewhat normal before he had that spasm. Like,
Sure.
he seemed like a normal guy just drawing his Blaster Man.
I guess right after that, then it started to go downhill.
Right, because he's the one who saw the visions, not Sienna. It was clearly him who was seeing everything. So
We don't know.
we don't who transferred it. Why,
Yeah.
Again, it goes to my theory that
Would have liked a little bit more answers with that. Just a
Yeah.
little bit on that aspect.
Right.
Maybe not even about the Ninth Circle, just about more of their father's input in all of this and why everything happened. Why? All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna
pop off. This is now Tim's hour of crazy theories.
Cue the zoom in. He's gone. He went home. It's just me.
I'm
gonna try to
just talking to nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to speed everything up and try to say it quickly.
Yeah, because who knows how long we've
actually been talking. Kind of a lot. And again, it's a lot. I already said a lot of it's if this happens, then it goes this way. If this happens, it goes that way. There's a lot of like speculation, but basically, I think the whole storyline of Terrifier, in short, it's good versus evil. It's God versus the devil.
Yeah.
In short. So basically, Terrifier 1, human. End of it, something possesses Art. He becomes a demonic entity being powered by another demonic entity going into Vicky and the Pale Girl. Because they were recently dead, so they can easily transfer their souls into their bodies and control them. They have golden, glowy eyes, so they're obviously demons. They power Art. So they chose Art because he's such a sadistic killer. Obviously, Satan, the demon, they're going to like that. They're going to gravitate toward his energy and go, oh, he's dead. That's a shame. We want more. So they power him up to do, kill more people for us because, Satan likes death. So that's why they chose Art. And I think the Pale Girl and Vicky, you know how they both like painted themselves black and white?
Mm-hmm.
Like they idolize him so much. They want to be him.
Oh, yeah, that makes kind of...
Right? They're like, they just want to be around him.
I never actually thought about that.
Yeah. So I thought of that.
I mean, I kind of thought about it. I was like, oh, I thought it was kind of funny in the Christmas setting that Vicky... Art was like kind of Santa, and then Vicky was his little elf helper.
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it fit the story. Then, basically, flashback to the dead and Sienna. Sienna gives the paper. She was always destined to have this role. I think she was just born with it. Yeah. She's kind of a metaphor for the second coming of Christ, if you think of it that way, and think of Art as Satan. So she was destined to take over evil. Evil's obviously always trying to overtake good. So she was
always a battle.
Yeah. So the Clown Cafe, confirmed by Damien in, I think, an interview, he said this, that it wasn't just a nightmare. It was literally the angels testing Sienna to see if she was worthy enough to take on the mantle of the second coming of Christ, let's say. So when she stuck her hand in the cereal box to go through all the agony and pain from all the, the knives and stuff, they were like, all right, she's worthy. She's willing to really go through this to defeat him. We choose her. Because Vicky said in the lines, no wonder why they chose you. You're so strong. She literally said those words to Sienna after she tried to go into her to take control of her soul. She's like, oh, no wonder why they chose you. So that makes sense. Got some backup facts there. The third movie is very biblical. We have the setting, which is on Jesus Christ's birthday, Christmas.
Yeah.
They literally mock Jesus by crucifying the dead body of, what's his name? The boyfriend? Cole? Yeah. They literally...
Well, I was going to actually point that out. Everything that Art was doing, that was always Halloween that he was killing people.
Mm-hmm.
But this time, it's not.
Now that they're like,
it's different,
super possessed and different,
It is different.
I think that's why they chose this holiday.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, So there's a lot of biblical references. The demon mocks Jesus again by wearing the thorned, crown.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about this stuff. I just picking up on the obvious stuff. So if I misspoke about, the Bible and stuff.
Actual references.
Yeah, not my fault. I'm sorry. So that's how, they clearly, that's what demons do. They mock them. So they're trying to overtake Sienna by controlling her, by turning her into a demon like herself to eliminate good.
Yeah.
By weakening her faith, by saying Jonathan's dead. You killed your aunt. Like, she has nothing to believe in. She's losing all her strength. So they almost get control of her, but then she keeps fighting. Gabby's like, no, fight it, whatever, and then she comes back, and then they're like, I'm back, and that's when all the ending happens. Vicky's dead. She's the demon. No longer a vessel.
Vicky.
Art's human now. He's beat up. He's hurt. Clearly, he never was hurt before. With the demon around, he never showed pain. He always got right back up. Then the portal to hell. So clearly, we circle back to the 9 circles. It's all biblical related. It's a whole story of good and evil, of like Satan versus the second coming of Christ, metaphorically. That's basically the story, and it's genius.
Yeah,
you have to dig down to find it. It's not explicitly shown as in in a story, but if you dig down and look for it, all the clues are there. So how's that? I got to figure it out. And people say there's no plot to these movies. Eat that.
Yeah, I said that there was plot.
No, most people say, there's no plot to these movies. Yes, there is.
There is.
You just got to find it.
Yeah. That's why a lot more people do like 2 and 3 versus 1.
Yeah. Yeah, 1, it was an introduction. But now it's all connecting and it's all making sense.
Yeah. Maybe it's coming full 9 circles.
Maybe there will be 9 movies now. So that's my theory. Of all theories, shout out to everybody who empowered my brain with those theories. It's not all me. I don't want to steal your thunder.
It's just a theory.
A game. So that is my theory, and I think that's the episode.
Yeah.
That's Terrifier 3.
We love watching the movies.
Yeah. We have a good time.
Yeah, we do.
I want to see it again, but
yeah.
I'll wait for it to come out on home release.
Yeah.
Then, on rewatch, scores can change. Maybe it was just the shock and the excitement.
Yeah, maybe.
But,
I would have liked to give it a full rewatch.
Yeah. To get more into stuff. Maybe you'll start to see some of the stuff I picked up on.
No, I did pick because I watched a couple videos.
Yeah.
But I still would have liked. I would have liked. Maybe it wasn't even specifically story wise. Like, I would have liked to see more Sienna versus Art. Like, maybe a longer drawn out of them versus each other.
Oh, gotcha.
Instead of like, I don't know how long that whole final act was, but I just felt like I wanted more of that.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm sure we'll get it. But
because I wish Jonathan, who knows what happened to him, but I wish if he did die, like if he is truly dead. Yeah, I think that would be I just think that's bad.
It is. Well, they shot 30 extra minutes of the movie that they had to cut down. So if he did die, I'm sure that was cut. But again, why? He's a main character.
Yeah.
I'm sure they showed her going back to the Terrifier to get the sword, but they cut that out.
I wish they would have. I would have liked maybe like a dream sequence going back to the Terrifier. Her kind of reliving something more, and then add a little bit more of that.
Yeah.
I would have liked that.
That would be good.
I don't think it would have been too much to add.
No.
But I guess, hey, it's Damien's.
He said he didn't want a long movie. He wanted it to be shorter. And I think for the most part it worked. It felt shorter than the actual runtime, which I think did help it in a way.
Yeah.
But no, it was good. It's definitely a must watch if you like this kind of stuff. See you next time.
See ya, psychos.